budget. Sometimes they also call it the radiation budget. Sometimes they also call it the thermal budget. Thermal or energy budget. Yes, so we are going to talk about, yeah. Do we get that? So somebody said, sir, समझ गया आप heat budget के बारे में बोल रहे हैं. So today we are going to talk about heat budget, and many of you have done heat budget with me in GS classes. So वो GS का level cross करेंगे. We will be going beyond GS level. I would want you to apply your mind. दिमाग लगाना है और उसमें गड़बड़ नहीं होनी चाहिए. Is everyone okay with that? So like yesterday we were doing that, and I would want to switch off the chat. वो मुझे भी distract करेगा और आप लोग भी बीच बीच में कुछ उल्टा सीधा लिखने लगते हो. So we're talking about heat budget. So first of all, planet Earth. Planet Earth gets energy from sun. Sun in the form of insolation. Keep drawing also, and whatever comes to you when I am talking to you, treat it as an offline class. Wherever you are sitting and listening to me, if you know the answer, मुंह पे बोल दीजिए, जो बोलना है बोलिए, टाइप नहीं करना, just keep speaking. Now this is planet Earth, and this is the outer limit of atmosphere. This is the outer limit of atmosphere. Yes or no? What is the height of outer limit of atmosphere? You know that, 480 kilometers. What is the amount of sun's energy coming knocking here called as solar constant? 1.94 calories per square meter per square meter per minute. That's what we call is solar constant. That's also there. 0.5 parts per billion is what the Earth is stopping. Insolations are coming. Yes. This I would like to call it as space system. Energy travels through the space system towards planet Earth. And this I would like to call as atmosphere Earth system. Yes, atmosphere Earth system has two parts, two components, the atmosphere as well as the Earth. Is everyone okay? So what is heat budget about? So heat is coming from the sun. Heat is coming from the sun. Now everyone, you have some water in a boiling water pan, and the gas is on. Will the temperature increase or not? True or not? So temperature will start increasing. If you put water in a boiling water pan and switch on the gas, so the temperature will increase. It will go up to 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius tak temperature badega. Yes. If you switch off the gas, what will happen? The temperature will fall down. If you switch on the gas, temperature will go up. If you switch off the gas, temperature will fall down. Why is it happening? Because when you switch on the gas, you are giving heat to the system, and the system's energy is increasing, and the increase in energy is measured by temperature. So as long as the heat is coming, the temperature is increasing. When we switch off the gas, now the system is going to lose energy, because the pan is also a warm system, a hot body, and every body, I told you the law is any body at a temperature above absolute zero, minus 273 degrees Celsius, will lose energy. So ये तो 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे ये तो बिल्कुल लूज करेगा. So because energy is being lost, energy content goes down, the temperature goes down. Is everyone okay? So this happens with a gas burner where we have water. So if you are giving heat, temperature increases. If you are not, then the temperature falls. Now the same thing applies here. This is burner. Has been burning for 5 billion years. Has been burning for 5 billion years. And energy has been coming over here. So now the burner is on. What should happen to the temperature? The temperature of the earth should increase. 5 billion years gas has been on. The temperature should increase and should increase and continuously continue to increase. But we find that the temperature, average temperature is around 16 degrees Celsius constant. How is it possible? How is it possible? So this is what led to our meteorologist come to a conclusion that yes, the burner is on for 5 billion years ago, for 5 billion years. Yes, the heat is coming towards Earth. It is coming into the atmosphere, and through the atmosphere, when it crosses, it also touches the surface of Earth and heats up the Earth's surface. So true. Yes or no? So true. So this heat which Earth is getting, Earth must not be holding on to it. If it holds on to it, what will happen? The temperature has to increase. So since the temperature is not increasing for a very, very long time, a long time average is there. So they came to a conclusion that there must be some system, that Earth is able to send back the energy, what you receive and what you send back. This is you, Earth, atmosphere, system radiates back. This is receipt of energy. Get that? If you've drawn this, let us write down something about heat budget of Earth. Please draw this. So this is what we are talking about. Let us talk about this. What is heat budget? So please write down. Planet Earth has been receiving solar energy in the form of insolations. Has been receiving solar energy in the form of insolations since its birth. The meteorologist, however, find that over long periods of time, scholars or meteorologists, however, find that over long periods of time, Earth atmosphere system temperature, Earth atmosphere system temperature has not been constantly rising, on account of the constant, insolations coming from the sun. So sun has been giving us energy, but the temperature has not been increases on account of the continuous insolations received by the sun. This made them conceptualize the idea of this made them conceptualize the idea of conceptualize the idea of some kind of balance or equilibrium, some kind of balance or equilibrium to exist, balance or equilibrium to exist between the energy received from the sun, energy received from the sun, and the energy sent back, and the energy sent back, energy sent back into space, sent back into space by the atmosphere earth system, by the atmosphere earth system. Meteorologist, some kind of equilibrium by the earth atmosphere system, full stop. This balance has been termed as heat budget, and is studied, heat budget, which is studied at two levels, Number 1, planetary heat budget. Number 1, planetary heat budget. Number 2, latitudinal heat budget. दो तरह से किया जाएगा. This is what we are talking about, the heat budget which we are going to study today. Is everyone with me? So, this one says, as scientists work to understand why global temperatures are increasing. So, nowadays what is happening? Global warming is happening. So, can I say the balance, the long-term stability of temperature, which was around 16 degrees Celsius, that has been shifted. Something is happening that the temperature is increasing, and which shows, remember, temperature increases about heat content. So that means more heat is coming from the sun, and that is getting stopped here. We are sending back, no doubt about that, but something is getting stopped. So when scientists try to understand why global temperatures are increasing and how carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases are changing the climate system, they have been auditing Earth's energy budget. So what are they auditing? What are they studying? The income of the energy and the expenditure of the energy. Income from the space system, expenditure from the Earth atmosphere system. Is more energy being absorbed by Earth than it is being lost? Yes, it is more. So that is what we are going to study. But these are certain things which I want to talk about. They will come one by one. Let's start with, I told you it can be studied at two levels. One is the planetary level, other is the intraplanet level. So planetary level की हम बात करते हैं. So let's look at planetary level heat budget. So I did not understand what is planetary level. So Earth as a whole. So I'm not interested in what is happening at the equatorial region, what is happening at the polar region, what is happening in the mid latitude. Earth as a whole. Earth as a whole. Okay. So in this energy source is sun in the form of insolation. How much do we get? Solar constant. What are insolations? Insolations are short wave, high frequency electromagnetic radiations. Remember, these are short wave. These are short wave energy source. So this will be called as income of energy. Income of energy. Do we get that? Now this is coming to planet Earth. Now we are looking at energy loss or exchange. Two things will come into this. Two things will come into this. One is albedo. The fraction of insolations that is reflected back, without any heating is called albedo. It is expressed in percentage terms. It is expressed in percentage terms. ठीक है, परसेंटेज टर्म्स में भी लिखा जा सकता है, नहीं तो इसकी वैल्यू और the value may range from 0 to 1.0. So 0 will be 0% and 1.0 will be 100%. ये इसकी वैल्यू होती, ठीक है. इसमें some important points of albedo: differs from surface to surface, yes. So if a surface is absolutely dark, remember black bodies, some people who have studied physics till 12th standard, black body, dark objects, dark surfaces will absorb everything, whereas white surfaces will reflect back everything. So an ideal perfect white body will have an albedo of 1. सब भेज देगा वो, 100% albedo. जो आया, the entire thing is sent back white. And a perfect black body, what will it do? It will absorb everything. उसका albedo कितना होगा? Albedo is 0. 0 albedo means कुछ नहीं भेजा. Albedo means about how much you reflect. So this perfect black body or a white body does not exist. So हमारे लिए, for geographers, what is a white body? A snow field, an ice cap, a glacier is a white body. So albedo of glacier. And what is a black thing? Say for example black soil. Black soil is black enough for us. So which one will have greater albedo? The ice or the black soil? So ice will have more albedo. It will reflect back, and black soil will have low albedo. We can also compare ice with water. So water also reflects energy. Yes or no? Water, if you put sunlight on that at a particular angle, you can see glare थोड़ा सा आती है. तो water also reflects sunlight. Get that? So albedo in simple terms, reflective ability भी कह सकते हैं. Reflective ability of a surface. तो एक surface कितना reflect करेगी, that is an albedo. So water has also albedo. Water surface, ocean surface has albedo, and ice also has albedo. Water also has albedo, ice also has albedo. Which one has greater albedo? So obviously ice is white, वो ज़्यादा करेगी. Yes, so ice will have greater albedo. Now when our scientists are studying this, when they are auditing the Earth's energy budget, they find that the ice in the world is melting. If the ice proportion, area under ice is going down, can we say planet till now was just energy was coming and it was bouncing back, bouncing back in the polar regions because the albedo was high. Now ice has melted into water. Is there still albedo? Yes, albedo is there, but the albedo has reduced. So remember, albedo is that fraction of energy which does not cause heating. It just sent back. It is just sent back. Do we get that? So now what has happened is we are changing high albedo ice with low albedo water, and as a result planet Earth is absorbing more heat. And this is one case, one reason why Atlantic Ocean has become warmer. Atlantic Ocean has become warmer, and because it is warmer, it has more moisture. And as a result, we found that the rains that happened in Sahara is a lot connected to the moisture and the heating of Atlantic Ocean. How exactly are they connected? Well, the meteorologists haven't been able to find out, but the fact is कि बारिश कहीं से तो आई होगी. Where did it come from? From a normal से ज़्यादा hot Atlantic Ocean. And again saying, the hotter your water bodies are, the more cyclonic they will become, the more stormy they will become, the more destruction and more rainier they will become. So isn't it good that there is more rain? Well, rain is okay, but if it becomes excessive, say for example, suddenly a lot of rain comes and then there is a huge gap after that, oh, it creates double problem. When it comes, it creates flood. When it does not come, it creates drought. I would rather settle for a uniformly distributed rain. It should not happen that I teach you for 24 hours at a stretch in one go, and then I go for a holiday for 25 days in a week, in a month, sorry. So 5 days I teach you 24 hour, 24 hour, 24 hour, 24 hour. You are ill after that. I am also not feeling well. My ability to teach also goes down. And after that 25 days I don't show up. Get that? So that is what we are talking about, extreme weather event. So पहली चीज हमने क्या बात की? Albedo. This is the earth energy coming in and going back. Ice and snow has an albedo. Water has an albedo. And surface albedo, temperature and ice melt. So positive feedback is happening. The temperature is increasing. Why temperature is increasing, everyone? Ice is melting and turning into water. Now ice used to send the heat back, but now what is happening? Water is accumulating more heat. As a result, what happens? More temperature increases. More temperature increases, more ice melts. More ice melt, more oceans are created. More oceans trap more heat, more temperature. So this is a positive feedback loop which has been created. Why oceans are progressively getting warmer? Yes. Why ice is progressively melting, and why the temperatures of the planet are increasing. Get that? Now, as I said, like we are talking about short wave radiations. So short wave radiations are coming, and the cloud also has albedo. So if the cloud comes, they are able to cross it. But remember, sun's energy is very, very strong. It is short wave radiations. Short wave can penetrate also. So some part will bounce back, some part will go in. The part that bounces back is called albedo. Fraction of the incident sunlight that is reflected is albedo. A perfect black body, a perfect black surface will have 0 albedo, and a perfect white surface will have 1.0, which means 100%. चलिए, अगर आपसे पूछा जाए, थोड़ा सा albedo को ही समझ लेते हैं. So switching on the chat, please answer A, B, C, D. प्लीज आंसर ए बी सी डी. एल्बिडो पे ऐसे ही कुछ आइडियाज ले रहे हैं. Albedo of an object determine its visual brightness when viewed with reflected light. Yes, first looks okay. Albedo of Mercury is much greater than albedo of Earth. Second मुझे पता नहीं. First तो मुझे पता है. First I know. Yes or no? So UPSC can surprise us, make us think, and I said geography is about thinking and linking. So questions will come. So everyone, this is Sun. This is Mercury. This is Earth. True. पहले तो बताओ साइज किसका बड़ा है? साइज किसका बड़ा है? इसका है. Do we get that? So bigger size, bigger reflection is there. But sir, that is a part of the percentage. No sir. 0 to 100 वो तो इसमें भी हो सकता है. So size should not be a criteria. Some of you would think of size. Size is not the catch over here. The catch is what will reflect. So I just showed you clouds will reflect. Yes or no? Clouds will reflect. Ice will reflect. Which of them has clouds? So it's not about size. Some of you may make the mistake of size. So I told you size का कुछ नहीं है. जितना मिला उसका कितना percentage वो कर रहा है. तो size will not be involved in this. What will be involved is that Earth has atmosphere. Earth has atmosphere. Mercury has no atmosphere. Earth has ice caps. Yes or no? Everyone okay? Logic. Geography is about logic. ये वैसे तो we are preparing for mains, but some things, certain things should be there. So that's what we are talking about. So the answer should be A alpha, B bravo, C Charlie, D delta. What's the answer? मर्क्यूरी के पास एटमॉस्फेयर भी नहीं है बच्चों. एटमॉस्फेयर भी नहीं है. एंड remember how many of you know that Venus which is also called the morning or evening star has the densest atmosphere and has the maximum albedo also. क्योंकि Venus सब कुछ रिफ्लेक्ट करता है इसलिए Venus स्काई में दिखता है. ए अल्फा. एवरीवन अगेन, एक तो होता है आई जस्ट कम एंड गिव यू सम प्रवचन ऑन एल्बिडो. सेकंड इज यूज योर माइंड. सो हमने देखा है कि दिल्ली की कोचिंग में भाई सिर्फ डिक्टेशन देकर चला जाएगा. तो स्टूडेंट को समझ आया, अप्लाई कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है, डजंट मेक सेंस. आई एम सेइंग ए अल्फा इज योर आंसर. ओके, लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट वन. हाँ जी, दिस इज प्लैनेट अर्थ. सो नाउ करंट अफेयर्स फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू एंड विद एविडेंस. करंट अफेयर्स विद एविडेंस. एल्बिडो इज चेंजिंग. Scientists have conducted a series of space-based sensor research, cloud and the Earth's radiant energy. This is the reflectivity scale. Blue means more reflection and brown means less reflection. Change that has happened. So who is reflecting less now? Which area is reflecting less now? Albedo going down. Satellite images are showing us albedo is going down. Albedo is going down. Polar areas, यहाँ पर albedo is going down. और कहाँ पर albedo बढ़ रहा है? ट्रॉपिकल एरियाज में बढ़ रहा है. यहाँ पर क्या होगा? कूलिंग हो रहा है. और यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? वार्मिंग हो रहा है. So do you know that global warming is happening, but global warming is 12 times stronger on poles than equator. And please do not say सचिन सर ने कहा है कि इक्वेटर ठंडा हो रहा है. इक्वेटर ठंडा नहीं हो रहा है. यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? Albedo is increasing. So why albedo is increasing? Relatively जो पहले का था वो अब इधर हो गया. Is everyone okay? So ये हमारा डेटा है. So you can always talk about albedo when we are talking about albedo. So हमारे polar areas का albedo is reducing. The reports are showing. और यहाँ पर ये अंटार्कटिक मैप है, ये आर्कटिक मैप है, दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग सर। तो लेकिन यहाँ तो कूलिंग हो रही होगी। अरे दिस इज हार्डली एनीथिंग, पहले भी वाटर था, पहले भी वाटर था। इमेजिन पहले कितना था, मे बी 0.3 था, अब कितना हो गया, 0.33 हो गया, स्लाइट इंक्रीज। बट इधर बिग प्रॉब्लम, इधर द एल्बिडो वाज प्रोबेबली 80.8, अब वो क्या हो गया 0.35। दैट इज द बिग चेंज विच आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल। प्लीज डू नॉट come to the wrong conclusion कि यार ये वाले एरिया तो कूल हो रहे हैं, कूल नहीं हो रहे हैं, they are also heating up, this is also heating, this is also heating. Albedo is just amount of energy that you're going to reflect back, so heating is happening, but the heating at equator is relatively slower compared to the heating that is happening at the poles. Everyone with me on this? Chaliye, albedo differs from surface to surface. If you want to take some data, this data has already been given in your handout, आपके handout में मिला है. If earth was completely covered with ice, if earth was completely covered with ice, कितना होना चाहिए था, albedo would have been 0.85, 0.85. So was earth experiencing some ice ages in the past? Oh yes sir, 2 million years ago, 2 million years ago we had Pleistocene ice age. So was the albedo higher during ice ages? Albedo of earth, remember, was higher during ice ages. Keep that as a fact, as a logic fact. Prelims में क्वेश्चन आता है, keep applying that. Optional वाले स्टूडेंट को नहीं आएगा तो shame on optional भाई. Yes or no? If earth was covered by a dark green forest canopy, अगर अर्थ डार्क होती, सिर्फ फॉरेस्ट होता, तब हमारा एल्बिडो ओनली 14 होता. Yes? The changes in ice cover, cloudiness, airborne pollution, land cover from forest to farmland, for instance, all have effects on global albedo, and the average albedo of earth is 0.3. 30% is the average. कितना है ये किसने बताया, सचिन सर ने नहीं बताया. Using satellite measurements accumulated since 1970s, लास्ट 60 ईयर्स में हमारा एवरेज एल्बिडो कितना है, 0.3, विच मीन्स 30%. द टेबल हैज बीन गिवन टू यू. फ्रेश एसफॉल्ट का एल्बिडो बहुत लो होता है, वेरी लो. सर एसफॉल्ट क्या होता है, जिससे आपकी सड़क बनती है, काली सड़क, दैट्स वेरी लो. और हाई किसका है, इमेजिन फ्रेश स्नो का हाईएस्ट होता है, स्नो इज 0.8 to 0.9. एंड कैन यू सी ओशन आइस, ocean ice is 0.5 to 0.7. उसके बाद क्या है, न्यू कॉन्क्रीट 0.55. डेजर्ट सैंड इज ऑल्सो हाई. सैंड, वाटर, आइस, दे आर ऑल हाई. व्हाट आर लो, लो किसका है, लो है बच्चों फॉरेस्ट का. फॉरेस्ट, ओपन ओशन का भी लो है, ओपन ओशन भी, यहां पर भी वाटर, ओपन ओशन का भी लो आया है, बिकॉज ओपन ओशन हैज वेव्स एंड एवरीथिंग. सो जस्ट लेट्स कीप sand and ice, and these are trees have low, asphalt or dark surfaces are low. Everyone with me on this? Did you understand what is albedo and some natak associated with albedo? तो पहला वर्ड हमारे पास क्या है, albedo. So do I have to write this? People who've read my handout, उसमें सब albedo के बारे में लिख दिया गया है. Scientists have told us since 1970s. So can I say इसमें मुझे क्या ऐड करना है, everything, everyone. Can I add this? Average albedo planet Earth. 30%. I think Crutchfield, that book Crutchfield tells me 0.3 to 0.4. Different books are writing different. I generally prefer calling it 0.3 to 0.4. मेरे लिए पर्सनली आई यूज दिस डेटा, क्रचफील्ड में दिया हुआ है 0.3 to 0.4. ये कहां से है? 1970 से डेटा है, बट माई रेंज इज 0.3 to 0.4. इज एवरीवन विद मी ऑन दिस? एवरेज ये है, फॉर मी इट इज 0.3 to 0.4. तो कंफ्यूजन क्यों करें यार, इसको 0.3 to 0.4 ना कर दें. सचिन सर ये तो आपने चेंज कर दिया, मैं क्या करूं? काट दो, काट के फिर लिख दो. क्लाइमेटोलॉजिस्ट मेटेरोलॉजिस्ट आर यूजिंग 0.3 to 0.4. डेटा मैंने आपको दिखा दिया. माई जॉब टू शो यू द लेटेस्ट डेटा, साइंटिफिक डेटा, वो सारी चीज़ें होंगी सो दैट यू कंफर्टेबल विद एल्बिडो. इफ यू गेट अ क्वेश्चन ऑन एल्बिडो, if you get a question on albedo, can you define it? Can you define it? Can you compare it? Can you tell us about the average albedo? Can you tell us where on earth albedo changes are happening? Can you tell us the consequences of that? And can you connect it with earth's heat budget? Job done. That's brainstorming. That's brainstorming कि अगर एल्बिडो पे कुछ आया तो मैं कर सकता हूँ. सर एल्बिडो पे कुछ आ सकता है. यूपीएससी ने हरकतें ऐसी कर रखी है इन शॉर्ट नोट, दे आर प्लेइंग विद ऑल दीज थिंग्स. सो आई डोंट वांट माय स्टूडेंट, मुझे नहीं पता बाकी कोचिंग का क्या होगा, बट केजीएस में जो स्टूडेंट, एनी स्टूडेंट हुज टेकिंग ज्योग्राफी, ही और शी शुड नो ऑल एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ इट. All aspects of it, keeping in mind the questions also, and I don't expect a big question coming from just albedo. It can be a tail on that. What is albedo and what are this thing? So parts में भी आ सकता है, that is possible. ठीक है. So where are we? Planetary heat budget की हम बात कर रहे हैं. So let me give you a graphical or a diagrammatic depiction of simple heat budget. ठीक है. इनकम, insolations, let us assume they are 100 units. Income, how many are there? 100 units. Now we're looking at expenditure. First is albedo. Albedo is how much? 35 units. In my example, it is going to be 35 units. So why 35, sir? Remember, average Earth's albedo is how much? 30 to 40. 30 to 40. Is everyone okay? So 30 to 40, that's what we are talking about. Everyone okay with this? Rahul Gupta, please focus on the class. ये फालतू के क्वेश्चन पूछोगे. सर albedo helpful for economic point of view. So everyone, I am talking to you. If I sneeze, मुझे छींक आई. Yes? And you say, sir, is this sneezing helpful for economic point of view? Answer is yes. Answer is yes. There will be medicine for this. There will be a doctor fees and all those things that will come. तो भी क्या कह रहे हैं, एल्बिडो के इकोनॉमिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बताइए. तो खाली बैठे हुए मत करो यार, छींक मार रहे हैं, छींक का इकोनॉमिक बताइए. टॉपिक चल रहा है ना, एटलीस्ट हैव दैट सेंस. एल्बिडो के क्या है आप सोच लो यार. एल्बिडो से आप एक बात बताओ, एल्बिडो से तो कुछ नहीं है ना. एल्बिडो तो एक रिफ्लेक्शन ही है ना. उस रिफ्लेक्शन से अगर अर्थ का कुछ चेंज हो जाता है, सो वी विल हैव टू रेक्टिफाई इट. उसके क्या इकोनॉमिक हो सकते हैं एंड ऑल दैट. एंड इकोनॉमिक क्या हो रहा है, वर्ल्ड अर्थ के ग्लोबल से हो रहा है या इससे हो रहा है? ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का एक छोटा सा टुकड़ा है. तो अब क्या होगा, हर एक चीज का सर एल्बिडो का वो फिर लेफ्ट ब्रेन. जैसे ही चैट ऑन करो देयर विल बी टोटल नॉनसेंस की भाई कुछ भी. सर एल्बिडो का इकोनॉमिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बताइए. कैसे, मतलब हमें समझ में नहीं आया. टीचर स्पीकिंग, सर ने छींक मारा, सर इसका इकोनॉमिक, हर एक का इकोनॉमिक बता सकता हूं. मेरे जैसा ब्रेनस्टॉर्मर कैन ब्रिंग एनीथिंग एनीवेयर. आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग यू टू डू दैट. ये खाली बैठे हुए चल लिखते. सो लेट्स कम बैक. आई नो देयर आर स्टूडेंट्स हु डेलिबरेटली डू दैट. कल भी हुआ था, आज भी होगा. डजंट लुक गुड. So now heat is energy is coming. How much is the energy? 100 units of energy are coming. I told you 30 to 40. So 35 have gone back. How much is left? 65 is left. Now that 65, if Earth retains, Earth will become warm. So Earth will send back. Earth will send back as forms of terrestrial radiations. What are terrestrial radiations? Radiations or heat sent back by Earth surface plus atmospheric back radiations. Atmosphere will also take some energy, no? That will also be there. So if I add them, they should be how much? 65 units. That should be there. Everyone with me on this? Is everyone with me on this? So now let's look at it diagrammatically. Earth, atmosphere top 480 kilometers. Sun, I don't think कि sun छोटा है, sun बहुत बड़ा है, but I have just shown that is there. Okay. Now what is coming from the sun is solar radiations. Incoming solar radiations. Get that? Now some of these solar radiations, everyone please pay attention, will be lost. They will go back. They will go back. Why? Because they will be dispersed or scattered in space. Space also has dust particles. So dispersed and scattered in space. Some of it will be sent back by the atmosphere. Atmosphere is what? The cloud. Cloud. Yes or no? Clouds will be there. And this much is now it is penetrating the atmosphere. But the Earth's surface will also radiate something back. So everyone, what do I have? I have A, B and C. A plus B plus C is the total albedo. Everyone okay? बहुत बड़ा हो गया. Total albedo, how much is it? 35. How much is the insolation that is coming? 100 units. Is everyone okay? So what is coming, everyone? The sun's heat was coming from sun's heat A plus B plus C. That is the total albedo of the planet, which I said is 0.3 to 0.4, 30 to 40%. That is what we are looking at. Do we get that? Now, the sun's heat enters the atmosphere. When it enters the atmosphere, some of it will stay in the atmosphere. Some of it will stay in the atmosphere and some of it will be coming down. Now remember, atmosphere is almost transparent to incoming solar radiations, which I've already told you, because these are high energy short wave insolations. Insolations are what? High energy short wave insolations. They can penetrate through the atmosphere. So in the atmosphere they give 14 units, and here they give 51 units, which heats up the earth. So earth is getting heated up. How many units? 51 units here, 14 here. Can you see? 51, 14 plus 51, 14 plus 35. Is it 100 or not? So 100 units have come now. So this is how 100 units have been utilized. 35 went into albedo. Now how much is there in the earth atmosphere system? In the earth atmosphere system, now we have 65 units. We'll have to send them back. So everyone, please pay attention. And keep drawing on this itself. So what will happen is, planet Earth has 3 ways to lose heat. What are the 3 ways? You already know that. Radiation, conduction, and convection. So radiation is all energy which does not require medium. Any hot body is going to give them out. So straight away planet Earth from the ground loses 17 units to the space. How many units? 17 units are lost to the space. What are they called as? They are called as the terrestrial radiation. Now what happens is, some of the heat will be lost through conduction, and some of the heat will be lost through convection. So what will happen? इधर क्या हो रहा है? Conduction. The air in contact with the ground is getting conduction, and this is convection. But that heat is not going into the space. What is this? This, everyone, is space. Space and sun is one. This is Earth atmosphere system. This is atmosphere. This is Earth. So sun is like the employer, gives the wages to the husband who's working, Earth. इस example में ले लो, the mother is working and the husband is not working. So this is a female run household. Mother Earth has all the money. Yes. So इसको क्या मिलता है? छोटा मोटा जो भी काम कर लेता है इसको थोड़ा बहुत मिल जाता है. 14 units इधर था, 51 इधर. So Mother Earth has sent 17 back. Rest are here in the house, and Mother Earth will give it to the atmosphere. Mother Earth will give it to the atmosphere. How much is left? How much is left? How much is left? So 17 gone, 51 minus 17. Do you remember the table of 17? Yes. 17 twos are 34. So 34. All you have to remember is 17. So now what happens, everyone? We have 34 units coming from convection and conduction. Now how much does the atmosphere have? Atmosphere has got 48 now. Something got from the Mother Earth, something from the Sun, both of them, and cannot hold on to it. So this one will also lose it, and this one will go as 48 units. How many units? 48 units. Atmosphere की back radiation. atmosphere back radiation. Is everyone okay? How much is the total? How much is the total? Can you see 35 plus 48 plus 17? So how much does this come? 65 plus 3500. Is the budget balanced or not? Is the budget balanced or not? So income and expenditure is there. Income and expenditure is there, and I have shown you a balanced budget over here. ऐसा कुछ एनसीईआरटी में भी दिया हुआ है, ऐसा कुछ एनसीईआरटी में भी दिया हुआ है. There is something in the NCERT also. You can do this. You can do this. अगर छोटा सा क्वेश्चन आया, what is albedo, what is heat budget, ये करके काम खत्म करना. Say thank you to the examiner. Job done. What is there in my booklet? मेरी बुकलेट में क्या है? albedo. इसका क्या आंसर है भाई? Which of the following reflects back more sunlight compared to the other three? Sand desert, paddy crop, land covered with snow or prairie land? जल्दी से बताओ. Very good. You are understanding. चलिए. So see Charlie, fresh snow has the maximum. Fresh snow को ही हम मार रहे हैं. Fresh snow खत्म हो रहा है. It's good. My budget is like this. My budget is like this in the material. The budget is this. 100 units are coming. How many are sent back to the space? 30. इसमें कितना है? The albedo in this example is 30. In my example is 35. Is it okay if I take 35? Not 30. फिर इधर आएगा absorbed by atmosphere. इधर बता दिया dust कितना लेता है, cloud कितना लेता है, but cloud reflect भी करता है. Cloud can absorb also and cloud can reflect also. So all the students who are listening to me, your handout will make more sense once you've understood things with me. We have discussed them. So backscattering is happening, then cloud is reflecting. Then how does the atmosphere send it back? So that's also there. So atmosphere का क्या होता है? Emissions by water vapor, emissions by clouds. Then there is sensible heat flux. Then there is net emission of infrared radiations, absorption by steam. So absorption by water and all those things cloud will absorb. ये सारा details है. If you want to, I have cut all these details. ये technical word है, sensible heat flux बताइए. We don't need it. Meteorologists are using that. I have used it. I have picked it up from standard meteorology books. So these languages are there. But were they teaching their geographers? Were they teaching geographers? नहीं, वो तो geographers के लिए तो नहीं है ना. So unnecessarily the left brainers will say, sir ये latent heat flux बताओ, sensible heat flux बताओ, ये क्या होता है? तो latent heat flux का सिर्फ इतना मतलब है, latent heat when heat converts water into vapor, that is called latent heat flux. Yes. And what is a sensible heat flux? Sensible heat flux is conduction. Conduction means that one surface is warm and the air in contact with it became warmer. So that heat transfer that happened, that was sensible heat transfer. This is latent heat transfer, and both of them are taking away the heat. So I told you very simple thing. मैंने वहाँ पर क्या लिख दिया? I made it much easier. मैंने sensible, sensible कुछ नहीं किया. Straight away wrote convection and conduction. Convection and conduction will give something to the atmosphere, and straight away going out, that will be their terrestrial radiation. यहाँ पर उन्होंने क्या लिखा terrestrial radiation को? Net emission of infrared radiation from surface. In this, 15 will be absorbed by the greenhouse gases and the water vapor. Still 6 will still go out as infrared radiations. And atmosphere की भी जो भी जा रही होगी वो radiations को ये क्या कह रहे हैं? Infrared radiation, because heat is infrared. Is everyone okay? So ये आपके book में होगा. अगर book में होगा and it is on the screen also, and if you feel sir का figure and book का figure are different, what should I do? Which one should I stick? This is NCERT. That is from a standard book. And as I said, these are ways of calculating. Different meteorologists have done that. That is why I said instead of writing 0.3, I have said the albedo can be 0.3 to 0.2. Is everyone okay with this? If you are okay, then I am going to आपके होश उड़ाने वाला हूँ अभी मैं. यहां तक जीएस में भी किया था. Systems approach. अब यहाँ पर I would want you to please follow the instructions. It's going to be a higher thing. Get that? The heat exchange. Heat exchange between sun, atmosphere, earth can be studied as or by treating them as three different systems. First is space system. Second is atmosphere system. Third is earth system. A balanced budget must balance all three systems. ठीक है, ये मैं करने वाला हूं. Let us look at certain things in this. ये एनसीईआरटी का हीट बजट नहीं है. दिस इज अ डिफरेंट हीट बजट. स्पेस सिस्टम. सन प्लस स्पेस. एटमॉस्फेयर सिस्टम. अर्थ सिस्टम. जी स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं दिया जाता है, आपके लिए है. I think after talking all this, you will be able to appreciate that. If you are drawn with this much, please say done. Then I will write further values. Assuming 100 units at a time. Done. So everyone, space system sends what is this? Let me write down. 100 units insolation and 32 units, what is this? Albedo. Are we okay up to this point? यहाँ तक clear कर दो मुझे. He said this is understood. Sun and space are giving 100 units, 100 units, and 32 are going back as albedo. Sir, last one you said 35. I have the freedom. पूरा मेरे पास freedom है. 0.3 to 0.4. In this example, how much is it? 32. चलेगा? So how much is left? How much is left to come to atmosphere and earth? जल्दी बताओ. Atmosphere earth में कितना आ रहा है? Sir, 68 आ रहा है. अब now nobody will chat. Nobody will chat. Just write down. Important thing. 68. Nobody to chat. Just write down. Okay. So this one sends how many units? 18 units to the atmosphere. And कितना बचा? 50 units to Earth system. Is everyone okay? Now, very important, without fighting with me, without thinking, सीधा बनाओ. 77 units come from atmosphere. 77. How much? 77. So Earth system gets 127. 127 is the receipt. Now Earth system has to send it back. Keep drawing. I know you have questions. Now these are going to be the radiations, terrestrial radiations. अभी वापस भेज रहा है. इसने क्या किया? अर्थ सिस्टम ने 90 यूनिट्स यहां भेजा. 90 यूनिट्स as radiations, IR radiation, infrared radiations, and atmosphere stopped them, did not allow them to go. Water vapor stopped it. 9 units were transferred through conduction. 9 units went through conduction, and 20 units went through convection. Convection, conduction and radiation. Total कितना हो गया? 90, 20, 110 and 9, 119, which is equal to 119. इसमें कितना था? 127. 127 minus 19 is how much are we left? We are left with 8 units. 8 units go to space. 8 units go to space as terrestrial infrared radiations. Get that? Now this one has a total of 119 plus 18. 119 plus 18 means 127 once again. This also has 137, sorry, 137. Now from that 137, 77 are already gone. So how much is left? 60 is left. We are going to go for 60 in this. 60 come here. So 8, 60 here. And what are these radiations? These are your atmospheric IR radiations. So this system received 1 137. This was the receipt. And how much was the lost? 137. This system, 100 units and 100 units. And this system, how much did it get? 127, and lost also? Lost 127 units. Received 127. आया 127, गया 127, आया 137, गया 137. 100 was sent down, 100 was received. 60 plus 8 plus 32. Albedo. Everyone? बना लो और अब you can ask questions. ये जीएस वाले को नहीं दिया जाता. जीएस, if we start giving this to GS students, they will run away. दिल से भाई ज्योग्राफी क्या है, पागलपन है ये. We can do this pagalpan with optional student. Lipun is saying, sir, please once again. Lipun इसमें क्या है once again के लिए मेरे पास? Everyone? 100 units come from the sun. 32 go out. How much are we left with? 68. 68 में से 18 trapped in the atmosphere. Atmosphere heating, cloud will absorb and dust will scatter and everything. 18. Coming down, 50 reach the earth. Earth is getting heated up. Earth is getting heated up. Okay. Now earth receives from atmosphere also. Earth receives from atmosphere also. So earth was receiving 50 and atmosphere sent 77. So 77 have come here. Total 127 are here. Total how many are there? 127. 50 to 127. Is everyone okay? Now we are here. Now we are here. Earth had 127. Some of it will go to the atmosphere. How much of it went to the atmosphere? How much of it went to the atmosphere? Infrared, conduction, convection. Radiation, conduction, convection, 119. So out of that 127, 8 were left and they go as long wave radiations. ये long wave radiation होगा. So इसका 127 is lost. Atmosphere में कितना था? 18 from the sun and 119 from the earth. So total was 137. 137 से 60 इधर चला गया, 77 उधर चला गया. That's balance. Yes. Everyone okay? The atmosphere system 60. भाई 60 तो बचा हुआ है. 60 is going here and 77 is coming here. 66 plus 77 makes how much? 137. True. तो ये तो किसी ने कहा रिपीट कर दो, मैंने रिपीट कर दिया. अब क्वेश्चन पूछो तो बात करें. Abhinav is saying where is the extra unit coming from? Sir, ये 77 आया किधर से? Yes. So the question is, where did 77 come from? Where did 77 come from? True. That is the question. Sir, ये 77 आया किधर से? Done. The class has one big question. Sir, ये 77 किधर से आया? All heat is coming from the sun. ये कैसे आ सकता है? सर टोटल 100 है, फिर 137 कैसे हो गया? जब टोटली 100 आया तो 137 हो कैसे गया? I get that. Our left brain does not accept it. So remember, I started the class with something. I started the class with COVID case. The house gets a salary of only 50,000 rupees. But the grandfather required medical bill of 1 lakh rupees. कहाँ से आया पैसा? You people were very smart. You people told me so many things. You people told me so many things. Sir, ऐसा कर लेगा, पड़ोसी से लोन लेगा, इधर लेगा, उधर लेगा, and all those things. सर बट इसको तो सिर्फ 14 मिल रहा है ना, 18 मिल रहा है. टेल मी, डज मम्मा गेट एनीथिंग? मम्मा को हर महीने तो थोड़ा ही मिलता होगा. मम्मा को तो हर महीने थोड़ा ही मिलता होगा. मम्मा ने बचा के रखी है. दैट इज वाई वी कॉल देम व्हाट? अर्थ एटमॉस्फेयर सिस्टम. हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ है यार, ये इनका पर्सनल स्पेस है. नहीं 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 सर, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. अच्छा टेल मी वन थिंग, टेल मी वन थिंग, एवरीवन 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 प्लीज स्टॉप, प्लीज स्टॉप. हैव यू सीन अ क्विल्ट? रजाई देखी है? रजाई देखी है आपने? सबने रजाई देखी है? विंटर्स में हम रजाई ओढ़ते. रजाई देखी? हैव यू सीन अ क्विल्ट? रजाई. हैव यू सीन अ क्विल्ट? दैट थिक क्लॉथ दैट कीप्स अस वार्म. यस सर, सोने के लिए यूज करते. लेट अस गो टू अ शॉप. लेट अस गो टू अ शॉप. Yes, and check the temperature of all the razais over there. Will the temperature be different? I am going to a shop. I am going to a shop. Yes, I am going to a shop and there are 500 razais or quilts kept over there. And I said, भैया temperature check कराओ इनका, तभी मैं लूंगा, गरम वाली लूंगा. Will the temperature be different? Will the temperature be different? Think about it. You go to a shop to buy a quilt. रजाई खरीदने गए हो, थर्मोमीटर लेकर चेक करोगे. Will the cloth, the रजाई, रुई की तो होती है, कॉटन होता है ना. Will the temperature be different? Will some रजाई be hot to touch? Will some of them be cold? Quickly tell me, quickly tell me. लिपुन कह रहा है यस डिफरेंट. लिपुन तुम कहीं गए नहीं खरीदने. ये आयुष भी कह रहा है अलग है. अभी जाके रजाई चेक करो, रूम टेम्परेचर पे मिलेगी. ये वो लोग हैं लेफ्ट ब्रेन वाले. यू गो टू अ शॉप, विल द शॉप विल हैव डिफरेंट टेम्परेचर रजाई? दे विल नॉट बी एट रूम टेम्परेचर. थिंक अबाउट इट. पीपल वर राइटिंग यस. तुम जाकर एक वुलन कोट खरीदने गए हो दुकान पे. गो एंड टच द कोट. इज द कोट वार्म? कोट तो रूम टेम्परेचर पर ही होगा. कुछ लोग यस भी लिख रहे. सर उधर जाओ, टच करो, ये वाली दे दे भाई, दिस इज टू हॉट. ओ माय गॉड, दिस इज एब्सोल्युटली स्कैल्डिंग हॉट. दे विल बी एट नॉर्मल रूम टेम्परेचर. ट्रू और नॉट? सेम रहेगा सर, एब्सोल्युटली सेम. सो डज दैट क्लॉथ हैव हीट ऑफ इट्स ओन? डज द क्लॉथ हैव हीट ऑफ इट्स ओन? यस और नो? यस और नो? डज द क्लॉथ हैव हीट इन इट? Cloth is at room temperature. Does the quilt have heat in it? No, quilt is at room temperature. Okay, perfect. Now what happens is you are walking in Siberia naked in winter. Please don't be offended by the example. Sir, heavy cotton और heavy रजाई ज्यादा गर्म. अंकुश जाके बाजार में चेक करके आ जाओ. हैवी कॉटन, हैवी रजाई ज्यादा गर्म. छू के देख लेना. इतना मत बनाओ मुझे, मैं भी उत्तर प्रदेश, पश्चिमी उत्तर प्रदेश से हूं. तो अंकुश ऐसे एनआरआई ना बनो. तुम्हारी उम्र नहीं है जितना तुम ज्ञान बता रहे हो यहाँ पर. जरा ज्यादा कॉटन वाली होगी, ज्यादा गर्म होगी. ये बोलने में ठीक लगता है, जाके आज छू के आ जाना, घर के बाहर जाके चेक कर लो. यस, मैंने कहा ना, चैंपियन तो सारे ही आते हैं. जाके चेक कर लो, आज ही जाना अंकुश. वैसे तो तुम घर से निकलते नहीं हो, घर में पढ़ाई भी चल रही है, तुम्हारी सिनेमा चल रहा है. सो यू आर वॉकिंग नेकेड इन साइबेरिया. व्हाट विल यू डाई ऑफ? किस लिए मरोगे? साइबेरियन विंटर, यू आर नो क्लोथ्स. व्हाई विल यू डाई? सब पर्सन विल फ्रीज टू डेथ. यस, रोशनी सेइंग आवर बॉडी इटसेल्फ. नहीं नहीं नहीं. विल यू डाई और नॉट? Yes or no? So do you have heat? No. Does the quilt have heat? No. But when the two of you come together, आप सर्दी में आप मर जाओगे. The quilt रजाई has no heat of its own. But when you put rajai on you, when you put the quilt on your body in the winter season, what happens? Where does the heat come from? Where does the heat come from? You did not have the heat to keep you alive in that cold condition. You would have died. The quilt also did not have its heat of its own. But in the winter, if you use the quilt, you don't die. साइंस है, सोच के बताओ. Sir, my body does not have sufficient heat to keep me alive in winter. But my body has little heat. थोड़ी heat है. Very little heat is there. So what happens is, when you put quilt on my body, that heat is stopped from going away. And that heat is trapped point by point, unit by unit, unit by unit. So immediately when you get into the रज़ाई, everyone, have you felt that? सर्दी में जब नया नया रज़ाई में घुसते हो तो ठंड लगता है. Does it take some time? Does it take some time for the रज़ाई, the quilt to become pleasant? Yes or no? Yes or no? रोशनी कह रही hidden heat of your body. Nothing hidden, बिटिया. My body is warm. But it is not warm to take on the heat of the winter. So मेरी body से एक unit, one joule of heat is coming because I am a living organism. No. So my body is doing metabolism. One unit is getting trapped and that is there. True or not? थोड़ी देर में collect होगी कि नहीं होगी? अच्छा, tell me one thing. You left the razai at night, around 3 o'clock, you got a nature's call. So ab razai chhodkar you're going to the bathroom or washroom. What do you do with the razai? What do you do with your razai? You just come out of it? Or you keep it folded so that the heat stays trapped in it? When you come back, is the razai still warm or not? Is the razai still warm or not? True or not? So when you come back, the razai is still warm. But you were not there. You were not there. Where did the heat come from? Where did the heat come from? एक कह रहा पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव चार्ज. यू कैन इमेजिन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ पर्सन इज लिसनिंग टू मी. साइंस का बद्दा मजाक उड़ा रहा है वो. पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव चार्ज, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पैदा कर रहा है वो. तो फोल्ड मतलब ऐसे दबा के रख देते, कहीं से खुला नहीं छोड़ते. True or not? Now everyone tell me, it's a winter night. It is a winter night. Everyone, it is a winter night. Every part of your room is cold. Every part of your room is cold. But inside the razai, it is warm. Inside the quilt, it is warm. Where did that 77 unit come from? वो 77 यूनिट कहां से आया? यू बीन आस्किंग मी ना. सन ने तो दिया नहीं. दैट नाइट योर रूम इज कोल्ड. सन इज नॉट गिविंग यू एनी हीट. बट बिटवीन यू एंड योर क्विल्ट, तुम दोनों ने आपस में एनर्जी बना के रखी हुई है. मजे से तू दे थोड़ा सा, मैं देता हूं. अच्छा, ये तेरे पास है 77, ये ले. आया कैसे 77? यहीं से आया होगा. अर्थ ने दिया होगा धीरे धीरे. रिमेंबर, यूनिट बाय यूनिट अर्थ हैज वार्म्ड द एटमॉस्फेयर. That is why Mercury becomes very hot during the day and very cold at night, because it does not have atmosphere. Earth has an atmosphere. Atmosphere has a trapping effect. Sun से तो जो आ रहा है, salary whatever is coming, but this is Tridhan which it keeps on collecting, and this is there. So atmosphere is like a रजाई. यहां से जब जा रहा था वापस, रिमेंबर, ये 50 भी तो कभी वापस गया होगा. सास भी कभी बहू थी. दिस वाज गोइंग, तो उसने रोक लिया, थोड़ा सा रुक जाओ. एंड अच्छा सर, स्टार्टिंग में देन दिस वुड नॉट हैव हैपेंड. आई एम सेइंग दिस हैज डेवलप्ड, दिस बैलेंस हैज डेवलप्ड ओवर मिलियंस ऑफ इयर्स. इज एवरीवन ओके? 77 वाले जो मुझसे लड़ रहे थे, 77 मिला कि नहीं मिला? एंड somebody wrote positive and negative charge. This has got nothing to do with positive and negative charge. I know some people will kill science mercilessly in front of us. तो देखने में लेफ्ट ब्रेन एक्चुअली डज नॉट एक्सेप्ट इट. एज 18 मिला, 77 आएगा किधर से? इधर से आएगा. इसको कहां से मिला? वहां से मिला, यहां से मिला. दिस इज रजाई, दिस इज कोविड, एंड दीज आर द रिजर्व्स व्हिच योर फैमिली हैज. True or not? Yes. So this is such a beautiful thing. Sir, why are we having global warming then? The problem is here now. Here you have put something which is called a greenhouse gas. this one is supposed to lose 60 units out. Greenhouse gases are not letting that 60 unit to go out. So if these are 58, everyone, if these are 58, then what will happen to the extra 2? Extra 2 will come here, 79. So what will happen? Heat is progressively getting trapped in the Earth atmosphere system. As a result, it has been seen that the Earth's temperature, because heat is there, has already risen by 1 degree Celsius, now very close to 1.5. If this continues to happen, what will happen? This 60 will further reduce to 55, and here we will have 5 units, then it will become what? 62. क्योंकि ये तो अपने पास ही है ना. True or not? As a result, what is happening? The Earth atmosphere system is warming. And I want to tell you, Earth has water also, oceans also. They will also join the party. So atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere. Atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, they will get extra energy because this balance is lost. And then the drama which these three will create, that's the drama which is happening. Everyone clear what is the meaning of systems approach? ये इसलिए बताया ताकि आपको, you as geography optional students actually understand ये earth atmosphere, earth hydrosphere system में क्या drama हो गया है. This is happening, but otherwise you'll see every system 100 out, 100 in, 137 in, 137 out, 127 in, 127 out. I know at the look of it, the students are totally, like alarmed by this thing. ये कहाँ से आया, कहाँ से आया? But if you listen to me with silence and understanding, you will see कि yes, this is happening. That's why I started the class with the COVID example. And if you did not get the COVID example, I gave you the रज़ाई example. There also some people are still saying कि कुछ रज़ाई गर्म होती है, जाके चेक कर लेना, ये मेरा वादा है, सेम टेम्परेचर पे मिलेंगी सारी. रज़ाई कभी गर्म नहीं होती, कपड़ा गर्म नहीं होता, कपड़े को पहन कर. It's the ability of that cloth to trap the heat that makes us feel warm. Everyone done with this?